Bang bang to the gang. Faithful Boys Podcast. Benjamin Ness, P Warrior, Uncle Keith. How y'all doing this evening, fellas?
We
What's
outside.
good? It's good.
I know that's right. Look, and we coming back off a dub this time. You feel me? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely a little bit better vibes than previous.
Yeah.
Big time.
Definitely think if nothing else, it was a game that we could start building some confidence in certain areas, and hopefully we could build off this going forward as the year progresses, and hopefully as the competition start to stiffen up. So, fellas, I mean, shit, it's been what 2 weeks at least since we got on, so it's been two
Yeah.
games. I
Yeah.
know we had what the loss to the Rams, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
And then we bounced back with the dub against the Patriots, though not a lot expected from the Patriots. And seeing as though we lost to a Rams team that was I feel a little bit more banged up than us. Again, I don't really know how y'all gauging it. I'm interested to get y'all thoughts and opinions on just where y'all feel the team stands after these two games. But like I said myself, not putting too much stock in it. Just like I said, hoping a game that we could a situation rather we could start gaining some traction from. And I will say this: shouts out to that boy Brock. He's been balling. Pete Warrior, I'll turn it over to you and Uncle Keith. Y'all could give me y'all spiel, and then shit, we could get into it.
All right.
Well, I guess we gotta first start with the loss to the Rams. Shouldn't have lost that one, honestly. You was up 14. The special team's been killing them. I just don't understand. I don't know. The special teams killing them. Even in the Patriot game, they got the game in hand. Then the boy fumble all behind. you know, but they shouldn't have lost to the Rams. Honestly, the Rams was like you said, more banged up than they were. You was up 14. Jawan gave you 11 and 175, and how you gonna not win that game? It
Hell
just
of a
don't make sense.
performance, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog, Jawan. Jawan need to be in there all the time. I like Debo and you didn't got the money and then fell off. Jawan is the real deal, beasting out there, catching everything, tough, just the total package. So like I said, they shouldn't have lost that game to the Rams. The defense couldn't hold it. Then y'all had Ronnie Bell out there. Ronnie Bell out there in the wrong situations. And that just messed it up. But then the special teams blew it because when they ran a fake punt, how you know they desperate. You know that you ought to be prepared for something fake and you still get caught. And then Shanahan gonna say, "Oh, we were prepared for it. We thought they would do it." Okay, well, anticipating and actually not allowing it to happen is two different things.
Anticipation and execution are not
So,
the same.
and yeah, and man, look, and it was kind of torture for me because I was, traveling back for my last training week for my new job. And I'm listening to it. I'm listening to it on the radio as I'm driving, and I'm like, okay, good. When I get to the hotel, I see the end part. I ain't watched nothing else. I was just saying, man, it's like, damn, how y'all get this up? And that's a game, that's a divisional game that you might need at the end. You can't get him away, So I don't know. Like I said, that's my spiel on the Rams game. We could move on to the next one, but Uncle Keith, you can get it in on that, and then we'll go
Well, here
forward.
come the judge. Here come the judge. Let me say
Uh,
something to you.
uh,
One of the very few things that make me upset as a fan, just as a fan, is lack of disciplined mistakes. What I'm seeing is an overcoached team where everybody's trying to do too much instead of doing the basics. There's no way you're not prepared for that onside kick. There's no way you can't tell a guy to secure the bag. We don't need a play. We just need you to hold the ball, not try to run before you get the ball. This is coaching. Players execute plays, but you still got to coach them in the moment, too. I see a lot of non situational things being left to chance. And for the love of God, can somebody go to the NFL commissioner's office and tell him, look, if you tackle number 97 behind or hold him by the neck or put two people on him and hold him down, it's called a hold. The man's been held more times than a teddy bear in a baby nursery. Goodness gracious. That Rams game should have been a wake-up call to the whole team. It was a game we shouldn't have lost. Point blank, period. We had all the right tools used the wrong way at the end of the game. We stopped throwing the ball to Kittle, who's a great possession receiver. We stopped trying to throw the ball over the top to Jennings and played conservative at the end and let them come storming back. We watched the game run away from us. How do you account for that? We had them down because we put that foot on the gas and stayed on them for 3.5 quarters. Then we got back into the Shanna plan. Let's hold on and hope we get out of here. I'm sick of it. If you got a jet, do not turn it into a cargo plane. It will get shot out the air.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We got an F-18 and we trying to make it a C-130. Something you jump out of. We got to keep the jets burning. We should be winning 42-10, not 30-13, or losing by 3 points. Because we've decided not to play offense the way we've been playing offense the whole game successfully against the same damn team and change our game plan. Why? Man, I threw shoes, socks, and everything that wouldn't break my television at the television. I was acting like I was having a fit. My friends thought I needed some medication watching that game. Let's go on to the next game. I can't talk about that game no more. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's like feeding the dog and having them bite you. I just can't do it.
All I would say is, as far as having them like coached up, you feel me? I feel like, to your credit, sometimes overcoaching and lack of nuance or details on what seem like small things. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm harping that back to not knowing the rules of the overtime shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yes.
So for
Yes.
as much as a mastermind, old Shanahan, sometimes it seems like on some of these details, shit slipped through the crack. Cause how you don't know the rules, just like you saying, if you supposedly know, and it's another thing, bro. And I know all coaches do it, but we've caught him so many times lying that, you feel me? Half of the shit you say we really not taking on face value. So when you say stuff like, "Oh, we knew it was coming, but we see the result," we know you lying. But since you won't feed us that, then why weren't they better prepared? It just,
Yeah,
but he's
you're
supposed to be a
100% right.
genius, and I'm not, not trying to take away from, his, offensive savviness, but at the same time, in certain areas, it seemed like he's leaving a lot to be desired, like getting it done in a big game when we really need it. But we would press on to the Patriots. Like we said, bounce back win. I guess, well, shit, with New England not having the offense and or the quarterback, the defense to me had more opportunities to kind of look like themselves, but still credit to them for looking like themselves, because up until then, not so much, you feel me? So, holler at me about the Patriots, fellas.
Well, yeah, they did bounce back. It's the Patriots. The Patriots. This ain't the Tom Brady Patriots for sure. So I mean, that just be honest. But they played the way they were supposed to play against a team that they should have beat. And then some of it was desperation. They knew they couldn't lose that one, and the sky would have really been falling if they'd have lost that one. But the defense, like you said, did play, the way that we like them to play. But I'm gonna just say this: if they ain't had Fred Warner out there, they would be in a whole lot of hurt. That boy is a stud. He's the defensive player of the year, all over the
Hands
field,
down.
making plays, all of these different things. Bosa, you showed up finally and start earning all the money you make. Okay. I like that one little rookie, Evan Anderson, 69. I saw some films on him. He looking good out there. Some of the players they brought up from the practice squad on the defensive line gave him some juice. And they're supposed to be getting Kalia Davis
like
back.
9-1.
Yeah. The 91 boy, Okinawa, whatever they call his name. He an African boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so And then Mustafa played a lot of snaps because Hufanga was hurt. And they played Ronaldo Green. See, they having to play these young guys. And this is what we've been kind of talking about in past years. You're drafting all of these people, but you ain't playing them. Well, you got injuries, so you got to play them. And then on some
Well,
level, you need to play them to see what you have.
I'd rather
So,
them play
ain't no sense.
Green than play your boy.
Who?
Yadam.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think, and this is kind of a tale with Shanahan. When if you're rolling good, he's roll with you. As soon as you start making mistakes, you start seeing pulling people. And then that's that kind of like that little doghouse kind of scenario, that everybody talk about. But y'all drafting these dudes, you ain't gonna know what you got if you ain't playing them. Now, somebody ahead of them is producing, of course, you put them in there. But if they ain't producing, you ain't beholden to keep them in there. That's why you're drafting people, to see what you have. Now, to what you said earlier, Brock balling, he getting it in. And I think the offense is changing. They don't have McCaffrey. And I'm just gonna say this. I don't think McCaffrey gonna play this year. Now with all that tendonitis stuff they talking about he got in his leg and all of this. So you got to center the offense around Brock. You got to feature the Debo. You got to feature Ayuk. You need to feature Jennings, Kittles, Juszczyk, and then y'all Mason, he getting a lot of carries. So y'all need to try to instrument somebody else in at the running back for y'all run him in the ground. But you got enough offensively to score. Defensively, they look like they came with a little bit more pressure. They was a little bit more aggressive. Man, I'd rather get burned being aggressive than get killed not being aggressive. If that makes sense. Okay, to be the defense y'all been playing the last couple of years, people know the scheme. And they know it's good. Y'all need to change it up. Now, that's what I'm saying. And this is what I was trying to say earlier. Y'all brought in the boy from San Diego to coach. He was supposed to be the coverage man and come up with these different exotic coverages and all of this. Well, I see the same coverages out there. Well, if you're running the same coverages and you ain't getting no pressure, well, damn, I could get a pass completed on it. But it seemed like in this game, y'all was coming with more pressure and y'all was getting home. Now, okay, granted, New England ain't great, but still.
To say, it's easier to pressure the lesser quarterback.
Yeah, and this is the point. Okay, whatever scheme you gonna run, man, be aggressive. Okay, like I said, I think when we was on last time, I said, now y'all come out in certain coverages, y'all showing a man look, but then y'all drop off in the zone. Okay, and then y'all run these coverages at the wrong time to me on third down. You ain't supposed to be giving somebody 5 yards cushion where you can get the first down. That's when you're supposed to be up in his face, jamming, whatever the case may be. I don't know. It's maybe just me. But if I'm gonna get burned, at least let me get burned being aggressive and pressuring. Now, if he get the pass off and I get burned, great. But I'd rather get burned than to be dying a slow death every rip because y'all playing soft coverages or whatever the case may be. But it was a good win. But they gonna get tested because Arizona better than New England. Kyler Murray better than the New England quarterback. James Conner good. They got 2 good receivers and a good tight end. So the defense gonna get tested. And you ain't gonna be able to do some of the things you did against them just because of who you playing. So this gonna be the better test to see if this was a one game y'all got right, or y'all gonna revert back to form, or y'all gonna carry the momentum over. Now, they just gave up a whole boatload of points to Washington and Jaden Daniels. So I think if the offense clicking, we should be able to put up 30, 35, maybe 40 points if they clicking. That's just my opinion, but we'll see.
Well, all right. To start this talking about this game, I'm going to go back to the last game only to say one thing. We're talking about coaching, simple things. Once I had a lady once tell me, just because you can write a recipe don't mean you can cook.
Amen.
And that's what our team feels like. We're all we can have the best scheme in the world, but if we don't execute the basics, it don't make any sense. We have superior talent And the best thing to do with superior talent is to teach them to be disciplined and to stay in their lane. If you get stuck between a zone coverage and a plan, there's going to be gaps everywhere because people are going to be out of their lanes. And we don't get beat on small plays. We get beat on ridiculously open plays defensively. Same thing with our offensive scheme. We over scheme it. Why is Bell getting the ball ever in a critical situation when he has proven he's got rubber hands under pressure? Ever.
Hello.
Who would ever call his number? When you got a damn near Hall of Famer in Kittle, you got Jennings who's catching out of this world. Debo, if you get him in the right place at the right time, because he can't outrun coverage anymore, will get you yards you need. And we're not even talking about Mason's ability to catch the ball because he's the best catching receiver we got other than McCaffrey. And this kid is running his tail off. And yes, we do need to spell him. And yes, Mitchell can't stay unhurt. But I heard some things about McCaffrey, and I'm going to say what you said, P. Warrior. His dad says that his off-season workout routine is so aggressive, that might be the cause of he's almost too much in shape, which is where the Achilles has a tendency to come, overworked muscle. At some point, somebody's got to look at off-season and training recovery because our team gets hurt too often, too early in every season for the last 6 seasons. What are we doing off-season? Let's talk about some positives. Let me stick my chest out on this one.
Go ahead.
Purdy is extending that quarterback pocket against a weak offensive line. I'm just going to say it straight out. The kid's foot and spatial awareness is keeping us in place. What I will say also, though, is he's listening to a little hype because he's throwing in the double coverage a little bit too often for my taste. I mean, Kittle saved his butt on that touchdown pass. There were 3 players there. That's not necessarily a great play on a quarterback. That's a great play on the receiver.
Debo wide
Because
open coming across.
Debo was wide open at 10 yards from the goal line with nobody within 3 yards, 10 yards of him. So again, believing a little bit of your own hype, having the guts, getting a little bit too, I think he's sometimes a little bit too locked in on where he wants to throw the ball. Secondly, he's the best improviser in the game right now, I think. You get him on the run, he's a better quarterback than him having too much time to decide. He needs to be, hell, our offensive line is going to make sure he's pressured, but you got to keep it moving. Purdy and Ayuk's timing is still off. They need to throw to each other all day, every day for the next 3 or 4 days. Get their timing together. Jennings and Purdy, spot on. He hit him in the breadbasket on the fly. Just some beautiful passes to Jennings. Bosa, no hold calls. Oh, it just makes me mad. And Mason ran one of the prettiest touchdowns and called back on a hole.
Ooh.
And I mean, you just saw his potential there. Well, we were seeing more. We're realizing his potential now.
Yeah.
With any kind of offensive line, Mason will run for 2,000 yards in this league. I'm telling you, he's a beast. You get the Eminem twins back there, McCaffrey and Mason. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I'm trying to tell you. We have got to get to where we keep doing what it takes to get the lead, to keep the lead. Point blank. We can't depend on Fred Warner having a superior game, all-world game, every single game to keep us in the game. Intercepting the ball, causing fumbles, I've seen Fred Warner move people into position to get them back into their lane. He's the on-field defensive coordinator.
Yep.
That's asking too much. What happens if he gets hurt? What do we do? So I'm hopeful. I know we have the talent. I'm hoping we get healthier because I'm looking at the depth chart. Kittle is questionable. Pearsall, we may not ever see him this year.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see him in this offense.
Well, I think he's going to be up.
I think he's going to be awesome. You know, you got Fred Warner's questionable for this game. Hufanga is always going to be questionable. What's going on with Fred Warner? Anybody know?
They said him and Kittle practiced today. I didn't get the chance of hearing the report, but they said They
I,
said
I just
they
got the
both
wire on him. It
practice.
said his ankle was listed as did not play for Thursday's practice session. So
Oh,
they
okay.
just
Well,
rested him up
I
there,
can.
unless it's a high ankle sprain, and they don't give any details on it.
Yeah.
So um, it's really without having our whole team together. We came into the season thinking one thing, and we got something else. That's just the nature of the beast. We've been
Yeah.
having different conversations with our defensive line healthy. We'd have different conversations with our backfield having McCaffrey in it. We would not have seen as much as Mason. I mean, so it's almost like a blessing in disguise. Even though we lost a weapon, we found out how good another weapon we had. And I think that's a good thing also. And at some point, somebody's going to mess with Ayuk's pride and he's going to tighten up. I think a couple of times Ayuk did not fight real hard for the ball. And I question that. I've never had to say that before about him. And a little bit could be where Purdy's putting the ball. So do you think that they clicked so well before because Purdy trusted him? I wonder if there's a little bit of resentment in the locker room towards Ayuk. Any thoughts on that?
I don't
Well, I
think so.
think it's his attitude. Myself, I mean,
Talk to
come
me.
on, you got the bag, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't you ain't really in shape, and you trying to get yourself in shape. Then you had the incident with the shorts and all of that. Shanahan had to come tell you about the shorts. So that's your attitude, but that ain't nobody else's fault. That's your attitude. You got to be the one to correct your attitude. You a part of a team. You wanted the bag. You wanted to be paid like some of the highest paid they paid you. Now it's about performing out there. When you was chasing a bag, you was all go 100% ball till you fall and everything else. Okay, so what's different now? You got the bag. You
But
it's
but
expected. You
dog,
wanted to
but
be paid.
this the key thing, dog. Like, and I feel you as far as the attitude with the shorts, but I think in this climate that we in, it's just a lot about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just some clickbait type shit. You feel me? I don't think that the team resent him for holding out and all that shit. Because at the end of the day, we won't win. So even if we did feel some type of way about how it went down, which it was weeks ago, now we in the trenches. We looking for production. So we ain't tripping off the contract shit. My
So we're
thing is
just looking
this.
at Russ then.
Yeah, that's a dog. That's all it is. And what I'm happy about is you're a competitor. Because if you wasn't a competitor, you wouldn't be pissed about your performance, therefore having the attitude. You feel me? You know you're not right. You know
Hmm.
you wanted the bag, got the bag, and now you won't show, but you didn't have the reps. You're probably not in the
That's
shape
a
you're
good.
supposed to be in because you know you're not in game shape, even though you're so it's taking you a little bit longer to round in the form than you probably look at Trent Williams, dog. Trent Williams get this the most we done seen Trent Williams get his ass whipped on the got with in camp. You feel me? That per he said.
I
So
agree.
I double down. You a minute. The blessing in disguise is what we already know, but we see number two. You get off Debo, and we know Debo on the one. Feel me? Because they didn't rework your shit. You feel me? So to me, it's a blessing in disguise, though. We somewhat turning the team over in the midst of still being competitive. You feel me?
Yep.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, well, I
Hmm.
But that's my
always say they
thought
need to
specifically
play
on IU.
the younger players anyway. See what you have.
Yeah.
Shanahan been wanting to go with the veterans, running them in the ground, and you got this talent sitting here that you're drafting, but you ain't playing them. Well, you got injuries now. You got to play them to see what you have. So at least they doing that as opposed to the past. But no, I think you could get it together. Like I said, you want to be paid number one wide receiver money. They paid you. So it's about performing. And we looking for you to perform. I agree with you with Trent Williams. Yeah, he been getting whipped out there. And that's the thing. Okay, I know it's a fine line. You trying to get paid and this and that, but come on, man. Have faith that your representation gonna get you the money. Y'all need to show up to camp to get the reps. You can't just expect to come out there and walk out there and it just be like it was. So I mean, some of that is y'all fault, and I know it goes to the contract and all of that. You can't want to take a chance getting hurt and all of this. I understand that. But y'all performance suffer when you ain't in camp. Same thing with Bosa last year. You wasn't right to almost halfway through the season. because you
Game
held out all
six.
of the camp. Yeah,
Yep. And
Say
this is
you know.
Bob.
something that
So
repeats itself over and over again. And you got to look at from the top of the organization to the bottom of the organization. I mean, good Lord, we ended up at the same place we started out at. That's unconscionable between his agent, the GM, and the player. That makes no damn sense. In a season where he's going to get this top money and they need him to be at his best. Our
Say,
key players.
let me ask you something, bro.
Go ahead.
I want both of y'all
Uh,
opinion. You've been. I say I want both of y'all opinion, but I'm targeting you first based off the comment that you were saying being held and shit, and why I do agree with you. I know they be holding them. They fucking holding TJ Watt too, bro. You feel me? And I bring him up specifically because I'm gonna know they both are better than TJ Watt. To hear technician of a technician, a little bit slight clumsy. He always be right there, but don't quite really be. And I could be overblowing it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm a prisoner of the moment, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could,
so
talk
let
it
me let me
down, but
address let me
yes,
address
sir.
that. I went back and looked at 20 plays that Bosa was either tripped, double teamed, or flat out tackled and held in the last game. And I went to the game before, same number of incidents. And what I'm seeing, and I'm glad you brought up TJ, is that the league wants the quarterback to throw the ball. The league wants scoring. You get a guy that's a shutdown player like that, it makes for a low scoring game. The only I almost think I don't see how you could not call when you got Bosa up around the neck like this from behind, hold it. How do you not call that? How do you not call that in the very Super Bowl on
No,
the
I feel you.
game-winning play? I mean, and the league had to look at it. I mean, if I was a GM and owner, I'd have been raising hell at the league meetings. These non-calls are costing my team the game. We were a better team. It is almost as if it's done on purpose. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I can only tell you what my eyes are telling me. They're not lying to me. He's being held on every damn play. He has to break a hold to make a play. That makes what he does even better. I've seen him leg tackled in the backfield. How do you not call that? Am I missing something? Am I misunderstanding the rules? When we do it, we get called every time.
yeah,
There's got to be somebody defending this guy also. He's so talented and he's a good player. Has a good attitude. But at some point, enough is enough.
well, I'm gonna say this about TJ Watt and Bosa because TJ, he get the same. He get the double teams and all of that too. But there's just moments in the game where he said, "The hell with it, I'm getting there," and
That's what
that's
I'm
the
talking
level
about.
Nick got to get to.
Yes.
That's the level Nick got to get to. Yeah, you right, Uncle. They holding them. They doing all of these different things. But when you
Good
got
point.
that one-on-one, you gotta be like, the hell with it. If I gotta do 5 people to get to this dude, I'm gonna get it. That's the difference between him and JJ Watt. That's why JJ Watt is maybe a little bit better because in them moments, and I could go to that first game when they played the Falcons. Man, he wrecked their whole offense. They couldn't do nothing with him. They had everybody on him, but he said, "The hell with it, I'm getting there," and that's the level Nick got to get to.
So that's the same standard.
Regardless of what side he rushing on, you
So the
got to
same
have that
standard.
mentality that I'm getting there regardless.
So the same standard I'm putting on Ayuk, I need to put on Bosa. You got to have that want to. I totally agree
Exactly.
with
To
you.
me, that
You
because
breaking up,
to
bro.
me, if you elite, you go, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. Everybody getting held and shit, especially when you that type of defender. So, but them dudes still making plays. Chris Jones, man, like we done lost in the Super Bowl twice to them boys. When them nigga need a play, he getting through that bit. And I know they
And,
holding
and
his
that's
ass.
the point. That's the point.
So I need
When the
Bosa to,
game
you
on
know
the
what I'm
line,
saying, third and
or when
8.
it's
He got to
crucial,
get off the field.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
that's what we need Bosa to be Bosa. You know, and okay, yeah, you're gonna get the double team, you might get the triple team, but shit, you gonna get in there some kind of way, you gonna make something happen, or you gonna affect it to where if you ain't getting it, somebody else can make a play. But when you got the one-on-one
You
and
got to
you
win.
know you got to make a play, then come on, man, ain't no excuses. You're getting paid top defender money. You was hollering about that. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, y'all, okay, you earned the bag. I ain't saying you didn't earn it. You produce, you've been producing. Okay, well, then the expectation is if you get in the top bag, ain't no excuse for you not to, in them moments, to make a play. That's what I'm saying. You, TJ Watt, a beast. And you probably got the same kind of skill set, but the hunger and in that moment to be the dude to make the change in the game, he got you beat because he ain't gonna let nothing stop him. It's the mentality of it. Nick got to raise his level, his mentality to be like, I ain't let nothing stop me in a crucial moment to make a play. Hell, in the Super Bowl, to your point, you got hell, but hell, it wouldn't have mattered. It have took 5 of them to get me down to get the Mahomes. We needed you to get his ass on the ground, and you didn't. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if that's the case, then let's talk about something else. Then let's change it up a little bit. These guys, we've been talking about the bag about 30 times tonight. The bag, the bag, the bag. These guys renegotiated contracts that were in place to get more money based on what their perceived value of themselves is. Well, what if they don't play up to the bag? Does the team have a right to renegotiate down?
Yeah, because they're gonna try to
anyway,
see that salary cap. Of course.
Just think about it. If that was a real threat, would we be getting more out of the guys to get their bag? Because once they get the bag, they feel secure, don't they?
Yeah.
That's accountability.
I'm saying. You ain't
You know,
producing them. You should need it. Yeah, you should have your contract renegotiated. Cause
absolutely. If there was a threat of that,
that's what I'm saying. You was hollering and screaming about the bag. Cause man, at one point in time, all of them boys was the top. Well, Nick's still a top overall defensive player. Fred was a top linebacker at one time. Kittle was a top receiver at one time. Trent Williams was the top left tackle at one time. So it ain't like y'all ain't been
only
the
person who
tops.
wasn't the top was Debo. He was just unique.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like I say, I ain't gotta renegotiate Fred contract because Fred balling every year. I ain't gotta renegotiate Kittle. Shit, even with he be hurt. We know Kittle gonna block and he gonna catch the ball. Okay,
But
I ain't gotta renegotiate Trent when he right, when he in shape and all of that. Okay, and then like I said, Debo, yeah, you got paid off of your skill set, being a unique unicorn or whatever you want to call it, wide bag or whatever. Okay, but
Mhm.
Nick, okay, yeah, since you got the bag, you ain't been all that great. Not when we needed you to be. Okay, then now you better come on because you just got here. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, man, y'all. I know you got family to feed and all of that. I get it.
hey,
Okay, I understand. But come on, man. There's expectation now. Okay, you want to be paid like wide receiver one money, like all of them, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Gritty Man and Minnesota Man. You know, Jefferson. You know, I
Yeah.
always think of him as Gritty Man because he always do the gritty because he beasting out there. He killing them out there, and that's what I'm saying. See, Jawan Jennings got that killer instinct, and he ain't getting paid nearly what they getting paid. But you see the hunger. And that one pass against the Rams, shit, he was like, man, you could have had 5 fools on me. I was going to catch it.
It
Because
was.
that's him. And that's the
hey,
mentality that the rest of these boys got to have. I'm going to get it
Can you,
however I'm going to get it. I ain't going to let
you
nothing
can't coach
stop me
that,
from
though.
getting
You can't coach that.
it. Exactly.
yeah, nah. Hypothetical before we touch the Cardinals, fellas. If Christian McCaffrey was healthy, right, and we were off to a better start, seeing as though they both basically on 1-year deals. I'm going Devontae Adams here. They both on 1-year deals. and the Raiders basically willing to pay the majority of the salary. Y'all think if McCaffrey was healthy and we was all to a better start, do y'all think like they went all in and made the McCaffrey trade? Do y'all think they'll flip Debo for Devontae
I would.
if the circumstances was a little better to really make this run this year?
That would be the only player I would get rid of Debo for would be Devontae Adams, because Devontae Adams is an all-pro receiver, been an all-pro receiver,
Him
and he
and
gonna
Ayuk
catch, he gonna run all the routes.
with
That's
Kittle
another
and
weapon that
Jennings.
Purdy can have.
That's what I'm
Woo.
saying. Devontae
Yeah,
Adams with Ayuk and
I
Kittle
had to
and
put that.
Jennings.
I
I
had to put
would.
that in my brain and let that bounce around for a second.
I would. I would do
Yeah,
it.
I would do that.
I would do it.
With
It'll never happen, but I would do that.
Yeah, I would do it.
dog. I'd do it right now, even though they only what 2-2.
If you could
Well,
get
they
him in
said they
that
had a
camp,
report saying that he wanted to be. Well, they say in the Jets, but I saw something before we got on saying that he was talking about the 49, but I don't think the Raiders will trade him the 49. Truthfully, I don't know, but I would do it. I
if
mean,
they could get Debo, they would.
Because I heard they want like a second round for him. You could give up Debo and probably a third or fourth and get it done to me.
If they can get
yeah,
Debo, they would give up. They would because Debo could then be number one on that team.
Because from what I'm getting, since they didn't restructure Debo contract, he basically on a 1-year deal. Devontae
Of
have been
course,
yeah.
he
coming
would.
over for the rest. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they both on 1-year deals. If the Raiders willing to pay the majority of the salary, you know what I'm saying? It'll be some shit I seriously entertain myself.
I would do it because that's
Do you
another
think?
weapon.
You think he would push Ayuk to get better faster?
I think, like to me personally, he don't necessarily need to get better faster. He just needs to get round into
Rep.
form as before. If he could just be him with them two, both route technicians, you know what I'm saying? And you got somebody like Jennings and Kittle. Shit, come on, man.
And they ain't counting Pearsall.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
Or
lord!
Mason and C-Mac. Cause to me, I feel like C-Mac gonna play depending on how the season going. Cause since he didn't come back from Germany, he already talking positive. You feel me? All feeling better, woo woo. So shit, on the matter of time. Now,
Yeah,
obviously
but
we ain't gonna
you
rush
don't
him
want
if the season ain't looking good, but shit,
You want him for the playoff run.
right. Especially, the record start trending in the right direction. Hell yeah.
I agree, but that's an intriguing question about the trade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an old NBA guy, bro. So when I see the opportunity to poach talent, I'm always looking to get it done. And listening to
Yeah,
Yep.
some
I
of the
would do
beat
that.
writers, when I heard they both was on 1-year deals, I'm like, oh shit. For me, being a GM, it'll be a no-brainer. I'll be on the phone trying to get it done. Because much as Debo a fan favorite, yeah, what we talking about here?
And at the beginning of our conversation, and this is what drives me crazy. I do not want to go through another off season like this one with all those key players up in the air. Can we just once, just handle our business early and move on about the business of football? Win, lose, or draw. Make a call. This thing lingering over the camp, lingering over the team, everything else is ridiculous. That's what cost us a game at least both games, I think, this year that we lost. Team not being ready.
Word.
We weren't ready. We're playing ourselves into game shape.
Well, hopefully they can. Hopefully McCaffrey come back. But to me, man,
Ooh.
they need old boy. They need Greenlaw out there too. Gonna lie. If Fred Warner is the heart of the defense, Greenlaw is the soul of that thing. And when
Yeah.
when you see them pads pop with him, oh Lord, I'm missing that. Because he bring that nasty to it, though. That's what we need. I hope this boy can come back off this Achilles they talking about maybe after the bye week. Cause we gonna need him, man. We can get him back and McCaffrey back. It's almost kind of like the NCAA tournament, survive in advance. Can we just hold on and keep winning till these boys get back healthy? Cause we still
I
the
tell you
best
something.
team in the NFC. Seattle, Come on, man. Y'all made Jared Goff look like it perfect out there. Philly, y'all ain't hitting on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay, I thought you might do something. Minnesota killed y'all until y'all came back. The NFC is still ours to take.
Man,
We just got to get healthy.
Love cookies.
I got a dark horse on defense also too that needs to come back. Hargrave.
Well, yeah, if he can come back, they say he might come back maybe if they make it to the playoffs with the triceps or the bicep,
Man.
whatever he hurt, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Another one I feel like we get something cheaper than you. And
well,
that nigga ain't doing nothing, man.
If he do come back, he ain't coming back for what his cap hit gonna be.
To me, he ain't done nothing but got paid, bro. He can't make no impact on. He ain't look no better on the line. DJ Jones was the goddamn man. Let's keep it up.
Well, that was the worst thing that ever happened. He lost DJ Jones.
Ain't feel. But see, that be the thing. You don't. Should be. Excuse me. Because really, truly, come on, man. Come on.
Can't argue.
Yeah, y'all should have paid Buckner. Yeah, I agree with that.
I can't argue with that.
And Armstead produced when he was there.
And I've seen him pop more than you.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a name right there. But the name ain't matching up. You feel me? No.
Well.
Yeah.
We got 20 minutes before we spool to Arizona. To me, we don't do good against them over all around that thing. James Conner, dog. And the Meek always do good against us. We got Marvin Harrison in that thing. The young, you know what I'm saying, young phenom. I can't wait to see him. And I want Tavarius Ward. If you that dude, I need to see it. You feel me? I know you be playing well and you don't get tested a lot, but at the same time, when you go against them big boys, they be wearing you like a coat sometimes. I need to see y'all down that bar. You feel me? We know even when Demo is give up something, he in your hip pocket all, he biting the hell out you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem when he get burned. Tavarius Ward, sometime, boy, you be getting burnt. You feel me? So I need to see you handle your business. And I need to see the defense continue to play like the defense that, you know, we're accustomed to seeing. Brock Purdy, I can now say I got confidence in it. When the back foot hit, if the ball come out, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna handle your business. You know what I'm saying? So offensively, I think we're gonna be good. Mason, you're coming off damn near 150 off 20-something carries. You know what I'm saying? I think he had like 130 off 24 carries. We know what we get. You feel me? I look for a little more from Kittle. Tell me what y'all expecting against the Cardinals. Some key players y'all think, you know, that's gonna get us to this dub, and we can smash.
Well, Arizona plays us hard. They played us hard twice last year, even though we beat them. They played competitively. And they do have Kyler Murray. They got Harrison Jr. They got the other receiver Wilson. They got a good tight end. The key gonna be the defensive line. They gotta get on that run because kind of beats. He kind of. I don't know, for whatever reason, he always run good against them. So Fred and whoever the linebackers is, y'all got to be there. But the defensive line got to come. Offensively, I don't know what kind of defense they running. Like I said, they gave up 40-some points to Washington. They didn't give up some 40 burgers. So if the line block and give Mason time to run, Purdy should have opportunities out there. And to me, this is a game where you need to kind of control a line of scrimmage offensively and try to manage the clock to try to keep their offense off the field. Don't let Murray get all them opportunities. But then to me, it's the third phase. It's still special teams that scares me because it's like every week y'all do something stupid out there to switch the momentum up, to give them confidence or give the other team life. And that they got to shore that up. Brian Schneider, the special teams person, man, you're slipping. You're slipping cuz you're slipping bad. You know what I'm saying? You need to get it. You got to get it together. I just don't have confidence in special teams. You know what I'm saying? With certain things. but I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's a game they got to win because this is an important stretch right now. These next two, y'all play Arizona, then you come right back Thursday, and you got to go to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Then you get that little mini bye. Then you got Kansas City coming in. So you can't afford to lose these two. Y'all need to be on it. Okay. So it's crucial right now. Y'all need to get this one. Then you got to go to Seattle. And then Seattle is, better than most people thought. So, yeah. So it's time for y'all to tighten up, strap up, boot up, whatever you want to call it. And try to get these dubs, because that Kansas City game is coming, okay? And you might not have McCaffrey, and but that's here nor there. Y'all need to come on, handle this Sunday, then get ready for Thursday. And these divisional games, you're already down one in the division. You can't afford to lose no more. You got to get on a winning side of it. So that's how I look at it. I think they're gonna get this dub. It's gonna be a hard fought one. Then they turn to Seattle, but I think they get the dub this time, this week.
All right. I agree with 99% of what you said, but we haven't mentioned somebody. We talk about key players. I think a key player for the 49ers this season quietly and last year and the year before has been Moody. He's almost automatic. Another key player in the next game, to me, will be Purdy to Kittle. You got to get Kittle more touches for possession. If we're gonna play possession, keep away football, let's do it with our pass game as much as we're doing with our run pass option and our running game. What I'm concerned about is Mason's going to get some leg fatigue sometime soon. He's taking a lot of hits, but then again, he's doing a lot of cutting too. He didn't take as many hits as I thought he was going to take. Jennings, treat him like receiver one. Point blank, because he's the best receiver out there right now on our team. And let Ayuk play himself into trying to be receiver one. Debo, RPO him, run pass option. I don't want to see him come out the backfield or touching that ball behind the line of scrimmage again. I don't want to see him doing it. Every time he does, he gets whacked. Play him and use him the way he's supposed to be used. He doesn't have to take any more hits coming out of the back. We got a beast back there. And I don't think we play keep away football. I think we go over the top and try to beat the hell out of them. 45-6. We keep the gas on. I'd like us to play one full offensive game when we keep the gas on the entire game. And if you're going to do it, might as well do it against a team that just gave up 40-some points. Doesn't that heal your offense? Scoring a lot of doggone points and having great plays to build your confidence up, getting Ayuk's feet back under him, going over the top to Jennings, getting Debo on a crossing route, he takes 60 yards, getting Kittle in double coverage, not triple coverage.
Yeah.
And for the love of God, every time I see my little young quarterback run, I almost pass out. He's a good runner, but I hate to see him outside that pocket running for his life.
Yeah.
I don't mind you extending the play, but when you cross that line of scrimmage, it's all eyes on you. And you take Purdy out, where are we going? Brandon Allen? Joshua Dobbs? Now, I was kind of high on Joshua Dobbs, but he's third in the depth chart.
Yeah, I thought
he'd be QB too, with his dynamic legs. But I've been wrong before. And one more thing I want to mention also. Offensive line.
Got to tighten up, buddy.
Seriously. In 3 seasons, we haven't addressed that. Seriously. We're forcing our quarterback to run for his life. And it just so happens we got a guy that's a gamer. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, our whole season's at stake with that offensive line.
Yep.
And everybody knows it. I mean, I hate to even say this person's name. Colton McKivitz. I get agitated thinking about him trying to block somebody. Yeah. I'll tell you who was giving me hope is Dominic Pooney.
Yeah, Porny is a beast.
He's been
I agree.
playing, and he's been covering up for a lot of McKivic's mistakes, and he's been backing up Brindle pretty well. I'd hope Burford would step up, but I've been wrong about him too. So that offensive line really worries me because and Purdy's already got a strain on his back, right?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
And it's evidence in some of those underthrown balls because the man's got an amazing touch. That pass to Jennings was one of the best I've seen in a couple seasons. Right over the
yeah. Like
middle.
in one game, maybe it was 2 games. He got hit like 8 times or some shit.
Yes, he's getting hit. He's getting hit like he's a black quarterback.
Look, they whipping him now. Shit.
I mean, seriously,
And
black
lie.
quarterbacks take twice as many hits as white ones. One thing about him, though, he act like a brother because he got some guts. But
He do.
Purdy be
we're in a
doing his
position
damn
where
thing.
he is doing his thing. You know, I I had high hopes for the kid because I liked his attitude and I liked some of the parts of his game. But I think his game is getting better every game. I see him getting better.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
hit on them couple long balls for me, because I won't see him really push that thing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When I see it on too long ones, I say, now we talking. That's the part of the game I'm looking to see. You dig?
Take the top
All
off
the
the
fit.
defense.
Yeah, come on, man.
He can prove it.
To
He
me,
proves that he
bro.
can do it.
Right.
But in order for him to do that, he's got to have an O line that doesn't expose his rib line.
Hey, real
You
talk
know what I'm
on
saying?
that. You ain't
Yeah.
lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You take a crack back to get a touchback. It ain't fun. You getting off the ground and wondering how the play ended. That's not fun. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your life in your hands to make a ball more than 40 yards. On every time you do it, it ain't fun.
Nah,
And
we
and and that's how you beat up a young quarterback.
nah, true
Can't
that.
do it. Can't do it. I think that both lines are where the game is won and lost, offensive and defensively. You get a great offensive line, you have a great quarterback, and you get to use your weapons. But if you don't, you won't.
We
This next
definitely
game,
need that O-line to step up and handle their business.
we need to get our offense completely healed. Ayuk needs to step up. Debo needs to be used properly, and for the love of graciousness, our coach needs to let us keep the gas on the entire game. Just turn them loose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I agree
You
with you, but
know, we fighting dogs and keeping one on the leash. Turn them loose.
you
We
know what
winning
we
while we on
dealing
the
with.
leash.
Like you know what we dealing with, bro.
I will say for the season though, and this is just my humble opinion. This has been a season of parity. Anybody can win on any given Sunday. It seems like we can't
Mhm.
take anything for granted. So if we're not playing to
Agree with
win
that.
every play, we could lose. You know, we had
No, I
teams that were
agree with
supposed to
you.
be
Like a lot of the
4-0.
so-called favorites, I guess, coming out the gate haven't came out, looking like
Mhm.
advertised. So,
Yeah,
uh, yeah.
we got quarterbacks that go to different situations that look like all stars. I mean, this is a season of parity, and I was worried about that when the season started.
Well, fellowship, we need them boys to, I guess, continue trending in the right direction, and
I agree.
just keep doing what's got you winning, man. And that's running 24 and giving Brock the freedom to do his thing. And defensively, bro, if nothing else, on third down, man, just get off the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get off on third down, get offensive opportunities. Eventually, those 3 points going to be 7 points consistently. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. Let's get off the field when we're supposed to, and let's protect our quarterback too. We can't just keep having him be a hero every game.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And we
Yeah.
got 4 key players. Are the only reason we got 2 victories instead of 4 losses. Superhuman efforts, and that's not a sustainable combination.
Proud.
You feel me?
Yep.
Nah, real talk. I'm with you, bro.
You
That's
know,
it.
I mean, and just think if any one of those 4 go down, we're talking about a whole different season. We're talking about a patchwork.
Yes,
Oh, if any
sir.
one of them folks like wow, just get the best draft.
You know, because at that point we will have earned what we asked for. You know, it just makes no sense to not put our best effort forward every single time and to play the way we know how to play. You know, most of our injuries come from us trying to do something we don't normally do. Play slow, hold back, play discipline, play conservative. That's not our team.
Need y'all balls to the wall for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't make a thoroughbred act like a quarter horse. Because when it gets in a real race, it's not going to know what to do.
Real.
That's real talk. Anyhow, well, the weather's down here is getting a little bit better. It's still hot as, whew,
Indeed.
shut your mouth hot. I was downstairs in the garage. They putting up some shelves, man. I thought I was swimming. I looked out at the lake, and the ducks were sitting on the side resting. The birds was walking.
Uncle
It's
Keith.
still hot down here in sunny Florida.
Nah, dog. Glad everything good. Shit.
Yeah, it's really sad though. This hurricane thing. It cut a swath through the south all the way up to North Carolina and parts of Virginia even and Georgia. So it's bad. It was really really bad. It was a lot of water. And like I said, this might be a very active hurricane season. So keep us. If you see something happening, don't hesitate to call, man. And if your mind tells you I should get out of town, don't worry about it. I'm 3 steps ahead of you. I'm heading that way.
Straight.
No, I did enough swimming in the Navy. I'm good.
I heard that. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
done with all that extra water.
Yeah, but it's a lot of water to drink, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
Great show
fellas,
tonight, guys.
yeah, real
Yes, sir.
talk, bro. We're looking forward to it, dog, because I had missed it last week. So, look,
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
there was a lot going
Hopefully,
on last
Kendall
week. The
coming
hurricane.
back off a dub, So let's keep that trending in the right direction. Shit.
Exactly.
I just hope for a game that we're capable of playing being played on both sides of the ball, and we keep our feet on the gas. That's the only thing I ask. That's my hope is.
Well, I said, we gonna tune in Sunday. Well, shit, I know it's 3 o'clock out there, so I'll be kicked up, eating good by that time. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully watching us get this dub. So
Yep.
shit, let's get out the door, fellas. Y'all know what it is. Faithful Boys Podcast, where we bang that we can't no more.
Bang
Warrior,
bang.
Uncle Keith, myself, Benjamin Ness. Uh, you'll see, get your popcorn ready. It's gonna be a good one Sunday. We catch y'all next week.